Welcome back to the channel. This strategy will be a mix of two styles of quadrants. The 4 quadrants with 12 single numbers will be our bases for picking hot numbers or clustered areas. These graphs display what patterns that they make on the table layout. The second set of 4 quadrants will act as our stopper if we need to cover a wider area, just in case. You will see an example of it in this video. Starting bankroll. As always, we will gather our analysis spins first to choose our quadrant before placing any bets. The link of how to pick your quadrant using hot numbers and clusters will be in the description. Sorry about the lag. It gets a little better shortly. This strategy with the progressions is using a smaller bankroll at $148, but only uses for progressions. But as you will see by the end of the video, it is not so hard to overtake the bankroll with profits made. These strategies are best used on a live wheel, keeping sessions to 15 to 30 minutes max, as I have found this to yield the best outcome. Although the methods I post are on the European wheel, they can easily be adapted to the American wheel as it relies on the wheel section and not on the table layout. There are countless ways to play quadrants of the wheel and the amount of numbers in each you would like to have, and with that comes countless ways of adjusting your progressions. Experiment with them if you decide to use these methods, but practice with fun money before trying with real money, because it is not for everyone. Try finding that perfect spot. For me, it has been in between 10 to 15 numbers, as it allows me to fit in a few more progressions. In my videos it does show the method works, but make no mistake, this is a game of roulette. Without proper bankroll management and keeping sessions short, it can be less effective. Even the state of mind you might find yourself in when you play, a session can contribute to the overall success you will have. If you do find yourself playing this strategy in a brick-and-mortar casino, take note of table limits, as this will ultimately change your betting progressions. For an example, this betting progression layout that you will see later in this video can be used on almost any machine or live wheel using a machine. But on the other hand, if you were to sit at a live table, you might see things such as $2.50 for a single number minimum. It is best to get the table limits of your brick-and-mortar casino that you most frequent to make a custom progression chart at home. If you're a player that likes a longer session than 15 to 30 minute max, maybe after a 15 or 30 minute session, go grab a coffee or lunch if you're up in profit. Because you could find by the time you have come back, the quadrant has changed positions and could be beneficial. Quadrants are always changing, and that is another reason I like to keep my sessions short, as well as this strategy doesn't take long to hit my target profit. This was harder to do our analysis at the beginning, as you can see in the wheel graph on the bottom right. I had to get a fair few sample spins before deciding on what quadrant. Why I chose quadrant 4. As you can see here, why it was hard. Quadrant 2, 3 and 4 all had hot numbers. Quadrants all had similar hits, just that quadrant 4 ended up winning. As it's displayed like this, you can make easier decisions, but you can see through the video, I would have to be doing this in real time. It does take a fair bit of practice to see it. Methods in other videos I have posted do help a lot with the technique. Although doing the analysis at the beginning took longer than usual, it does pay to be more precise with the quadrant, or confident, I should say. The stoppers we have in this strategy both have different amount of numbers in them. 1A and 40 have 19 numbers, and 2B and 3C have 20, as you can see in the progression table below. As we chose quadrant for earlier, we know that's going to be 4D is the progression that we go to know how much it will cost. This method is not for everyone, and it does take patience to learn, but can be useful in looking at roulette in a different perspective. And I have found it a fun way to play as well. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this in the future, and as always, have fun.